Let's begin now.
Today, I just woke up.
Today we're going to be putting the springs because these broke off on the side, as you guys just saw. And it is actually very scary when these pop off because they make a loud noise and they fly out pretty hard. So to start, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring the head down and we're going to take this top part off. Very simple. And believe it or not, the 1/2 inch was a little bit loose, so we had to end up with the 14 millimeter. It's a very simple job, but I'm just showing you guys just in case you guys need help with this. Now we're gonna bring this all the way up. Okay. There we go. Now that we brought the entire head up, as you can see, the ones on this side, they even came out by themselves. So you shouldn't have a hard time loading these springs. All you have to do is hook them to the back side, which is going to be the hard part, getting it in there, and then hooking it to this other end. So let's go ahead and see if we can muscle it in there and then bring it back and bolt it together. All right, so the trick here is gonna be getting these springs in here. You gotta make sure that you put it in the right way. You wanna put it in this way. And I'm just saying that because all of them are facing this way. So as you guys just saw, I was having a hard time trying to put the spring into this hole, and what I did is I grabbed the one that was here on the other side, and this one, that's how it goes in, that's how it comes out. The ones that I had, the hook is a lot closer to the spring, so as you can see the difference right there. This one has a bigger gap, that's why it's easier to put in there. This one doesn't, so I may have to just kind of wrestle with it until I can get it in. It's gonna suck, but these are the only two that I have in order to fix this head. It still works, but I don't want to put too much pressure on these two springs, and I don't want to take one out and put it on this side just to compensate, just like that, and have one on each side. But I much rather have, you know, the new ones, if I can get them in there. So I'm actually very glad that I said that about taking these out and compensating by having one on each side, because this metal goes from being really thin on this end and just getting thicker as it comes in. So since these are easy to put inside, I'm just gonna put these on the closer end, and then this one, it's gonna be easier to just kind of wrestle in there. So that makes my life easier. And I'm glad that I said that because, first of all, I had these springs for a really long time. I don't remember where they came from, so I'm not gonna tell you that I bought them from a specific place if I didn't. And if you guys ever have this problem, just take out the old ones, put them in the middle, and use the new ones to put them on the outside, since it's a little bit easier to load. So as you can see, I'm still having a hard time, but it's doable. All right, so now that we have reached this point, what we're gonna do is bring this up, and once they hook around like this, they just load in. And of course, these are gonna give me a hard time. All right, so we almost got it in. Time to bring in the hammer. Hopefully that brings it in straight, because it's almost in. There it is. So we have one side in. Now we just got to do the same thing to the other side. And there it is. That should do the job. Normally they have like this plastic that you slip in through the middle of the bolt, but the one that I took out was so beat up that I don't really care to put it back in there. Maybe I should. I don't think it's gonna do much help. Maybe I should buy new ones, but the scariest part of the whole thing was bringing it back down to bolt it in, because you never know. The springs might break off or something. It's just scary. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, yesterday we cleaned the press a little bit. We had a little bit of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab a little bit of my 3-in-1 oil, and I'm just gonna dab a little bit of oil on the springs and just kind of spread it, just so they don't dry out and break easier as time passes. But that's it. I hope that you guys really learned something today, because I surely did, and that was kind of exciting. Didn't think I was gonna have to bring in the hammer, but I did, and thankfully I didn't have to bang too hard on it, because that might weaken the hook and it can break easier over time. But thankfully we have 8 heads on this machine, so we don't always have to use the same one. And once you just kind of make a spin around, you're gonna lose track of which one is which anyways. But it doesn't matter. All springs are loaded, machine is clean, and we're ready to work. So that's it for today. One quick last thing, when you're done playing with your toys, please put them away. This saves a lot of time, believe it or not, because you don't have to go around your shop looking for them if you know where they're at every single time. Okay, that's that. And this is this. You guys don't know how much time I have saved by not having to look around for these.
You know, today, I just woke up and I said, you know, instead of waiting on a good day, waiting around through ups and downs, waiting on something to happen, I just said,